If someone treats you like a partner when it benefits them, then denies the relationship the moment you ask for clarity, you are not dealing with confusion. You are dealing with a structure. And that structure is one of the most destabilizing experiences for an anxious nervous system, because it gives you relationship-level closeness without relationship-level protection. It gives you access without safety. It gives you intimacy without accountability. It gives you loyalty expectations without a shared agreement. So you end up bonded, but not held, and you keep asking the same question in different words. What are we? And they keep answering with the same move in different words. Why are you making it serious? Here is what we are doing today. We are going to map the control loop that creates this dynamic stage by stage, so you can stop personalizing it, stop bargaining with yourself, and stop paying for partner-level access with uncertainty. You will learn the exact signs you are being assigned a role instead of being offered a relationship, why avoidant attachment often denies the label while enjoying the benefits, and what to say that reveals capacity fast, without drama, without begging, and without turning your love into a performance. And I'm going to make you a promise. By the end of this episode, you will not feel confused about this dynamic anymore. You will know what is actually happening, what it is doing to your nervous system, and the one rule that protects your self-respect. If this kind of clarity helps your nervous system settle, subscribe. PsychBond is a daily decoder for psychology, relationships, and avoidant and anxious attachment patterns, so you stop guessing. Let us start with the definition that ends most arguments. A partner is not a vibe. A partner is a structure. A partner means there is a shared agreement, and that agreement is backed by consistent behavior. When someone treats you like a partner but denies the relationship, what they are really doing is taking partner benefits while avoiding partner obligations. They want the closeness, the intimacy, the attention, the loyalty, and sometimes even the exclusivity energy, but they do not want the accountability that comes with saying yes out loud. So they keep the bond undefined, because undefined bonds have one major advantage for them. They keep full exit rights. And if you are anxious, undefined bonds have one major cost for you. Your nervous system cannot settle because it cannot predict. Now we map the control loop, because loops create addiction. Stage 1 is partner treatment. This is when they act like your partner in the ways that feel the most bonding. They text you every day for a stretch. They check in. They share personal details. They lean on you emotionally. They want your presence at night. They want your comfort after a hard day. They get jealous when other people show interest in you. They speak to you like you matter. They might even imply a future without ever defining one. In this stage, your body starts to attach because you are receiving intimacy cues that usually belong inside an agreed relationship. Stage 2 is benefit collection. This is when you start giving partner-level behavior back. You prioritize them. You become emotionally loyal. You are available. You answer quickly. You adjust your schedule. You stop seeing other people, or you stop investing in other options, because your nervous system is reading their closeness as a relationship forming. You might not even decide that consciously. It just happens. Your body starts acting like the bond is real. Stage 3 is the clarity moment. This is the moment you ask a normal adult question. Are we exclusive? What are we building? Where is this going? Can we be clear? And notice, you do not usually ask this out of nowhere. You ask it because their behavior is already partner-coded. Your nervous system is already invested. So now your mind wants alignment. The bond feels real, so you ask for reality to match it. Stage 4 is denial. This is where the avoidant pattern shows. They downshift, they deflect, they minimize. They say, "Why do we need labels?" They say, "Can we just enjoy it?" They say, "You are overthinking." They say, "You are making it heavy." They say, "I am not ready." They say, "I do not want a relationship." Or they say, "I thought we were just having fun." This is the moment your nervous system gets whiplash, because their behavior was saying partner, but their words are now saying casual. Stage 5 is anxious correction. This is where anxious people get trapped. You feel the drop, and you try to repair it by shrinking. You say, "No, I am not pressuring you. I was just asking." You laugh it off. You soften the need. You reassure them you are chill. You tell yourself you asked wrong. You decide to wait. You decide to not bring it up again. That is the moment you teach your nervous system a dangerous rule. If I ask for clarity, I lose connection, so I will stop asking. Stage 6 is reward return. After the denial moment, they often return with partner treatment again, especially if you go quiet. They text, they call, they want to see you, they act sweet, they act close, they restore warmth. Your body floods with relief. Relief becomes the reward, and the loop gets installed. Partner treatment, denial. You're shrinking, their return. Over time, your nervous system starts chasing the relief hit more than it chases the truth. That is why this dynamic is so sticky. Now let us name the invisible contract this structure creates. You give partner benefits without partner security. You accept ambiguity as the price of closeness. You stop asking questions to keep access. And they get the best of both worlds. They get intimacy when they want it, and freedom when they feel pressure. That is why it hurts, because you are not just missing a label, you are missing protection. A label is not the point. The point is clarity, accountability, and the ability to rely on the bond. Now, why does avoidant attachment do this? You do not need the diagnosis to make a decision, but you do need the map so you stop blaming yourself. For many avoidant nervous systems, commitment does not feel like romance. It feels like consequence. Consequence means expectations, and expectations mean pressure. Pressure means I can disappoint you. Disappointing you means shame. Shame means I need distance. So the body protects itself by keeping things undefined. Undefined lets them feel close without being measured. Undefined lets them feel wanted without being responsible. Undefined lets them leave without feeling like the villain, because they can say, "We never agreed." That is the loophole. And if you are anxious, your nervous system hears that loophole as danger, because your body knows there is no floor. So, you live on spikes. You feel chosen in moments, unsafe over time. Let us make this painfully practical with scenes, because scenes show structure. Scene 1. The boyfriend-girlfriend energy. They want to see you multiple times a week. They text, "Good morning." They call you after work. They share personal stress. They want your comfort. They cuddle. They fall asleep with you. They start using language like we and us. Then you ask one normal question. What are we? They say, why do you need to define it? They say, can we not label it? They say, I do not want a relationship. You feel stunned because the behavior already felt like one. That is partner treatment with relationship denial. Scene 2. The jealousy without commitment. They deny the relationship, but they also do not want you to date others. They react when you mention someone else. They ask, "Who is texting you?" They get cold when you go out. They want the benefits of being chosen while refusing to choose you. That is not love. That is control of access. It is possession without responsibility. Scene 3. The crisis partner. When you are upset, they show up like a partner. They call, they comfort, they say the right words, they feel present. Then, when things calm down and you ask for direction, they retreat. Their best version appears when the bond feels temporary, and their distance appears when the bond becomes real. If you keep accepting crisis partnership as proof, you will stay in the loop forever. Scene 4. The private relationship. They are affectionate in private, but vague in daylight. They do not integrate you into their life. Plans are last minute. You do not know where you stand. When you ask, they call it pressure. This creates a bond that is emotionally intimate, but structurally empty. It is one of the most exhausting structures because your body keeps investing while your mind never gets certainty. Now, let us talk about the anxious side, because you might be thinking, why do I stay when it hurts? You stay because your nervous system has been trained by the cycle. You are not addicted to the person. You are addicted to the moment the anxiety stops. When they treat you like a partner, you feel relief. When they deny the relationship, you feel alarm. When you shrink and they return, you feel relief again. Relief is a powerful reward. It makes you forget the cost. It makes you reset. It makes you accept less than you want because you want your body to calm down. That is why this dynamic can feel stronger than a real relationship. A real relationship is steady. This is spiky. Spikes feel like chemistry, but spikes are often uncertainty. Here is the rule under the rule. The nervous system attaches to patterns, not to intentions. They might care. They might miss you. They might be sweet. None of that matters if the pattern is that your needs get punished and your silence gets rewarded. A healthy bond does not punish you for wanting a healthy bond. Now I want to give you the signs you are being given a role instead of a relationship, because naming it is what stops the bargaining. 1. Partner rules without partner status. They expect loyalty, attention, emotional support, and availability, but they refuse clarity. 2. You feel like you have to earn normal things: a plan, a response, a conversation. 3. Their warmth depends on your silence. When you stop asking, they warm up. When you ask, they cool down. 4. The bond resets without repair. A gap happens, they return sweet, and you are expected to pretend it never happened. 5. You cannot ask direct questions without being labeled intense. 6. The relationship is a pocket. It exists in private moments, but not in a shared life. 7. You feel anxious even when things are fine, because fine depends on you being small. Now, not every avoidant person is malicious. Some are genuinely afraid. So we need a capacity filter. Capacity is the ability to build something steady, not just feel something intense. A person with capacity can be scared and still be honest. A person with capacity can say, I like you, I want to build, but I move slowly, and here is what you can count on. They can answer questions without punishing you. They can make small agreements and keep them. They can repair after a rupture. A person without capacity will do the opposite. They will keep the bond undefined while enjoying the benefits. They will dodge, deflect, or disappear when clarity shows up. They will call your needs pressure. They will return with warmth, but avoid repair. So, how do you tell quickly? You run a simple test. Here is the simplest capacity test for this exact dynamic. You name the structure calmly. Then you ask one question. I enjoy what we have. I want something steady. Are you available for a relationship with me? Then you stop. No speech, no convincing. Their response is data. Not just their words, their behavior after. A capacity response sounds like clarity plus willingness. They might say yes and then make it real with an agreement. They might say no, and it will hurt, but it will be honest. They might say, I am not sure. But then they will propose a structure to find out, not a structure that keeps you in limbo. A low-capacity response sounds like blame or vagueness. Why are you making it serious? Why do we need labels? Let us just see. I do not like pressure. Those are not answers. Those are evasions. Now, let us talk about the scripts, because anxious people over-explain, and that makes this worse. Over-explaining is your nervous system trying to earn safety through words. But in this dynamic, words become pressure, and pressure becomes their excuse. So, you shorten. Script 1. The clarity line. I enjoy you. I want something steady. What are we building? Script 2. The role line. I am not available for partner rules without partner agreement. Script 3. The boundary line. If you cannot offer clarity and consistency, I will step back. Script 4. The return line. I am glad to hear from you. Before we go back to normal, we need to address what happened and agree on what we do next time. These lines are calm, not dramatic. They do not punish. They create structure. Now, let us address the most common anxious fear. If I say that, I will lose them. You might, but if you can only keep someone by accepting partner access without partner agreement, you are already losing yourself. The goal is not to keep them at any cost. The goal is to be in a bond that can hold you as a full human. A bond that collapses under clarity was never stable. It was convenient. Now, I want to make a distinction that saves you from self-blame. Sometimes you can be treated like a partner because they genuinely enjoy closeness and intimacy, but they still do not want a relationship. That is allowed. People can want different things. The problem is not their preference. The problem is when they want the partner benefits while refusing to be honest about what they can offer. That is when it becomes a role assignment. Your job is not to argue them into wanting a relationship. Your job is to stop accepting a role that costs you your peace. So how do you stop it without games? You change the structure. If there is no agreement, you stop acting like you are in a relationship. That does not mean coldness. It means alignment. You stop prioritizing them. You stop reorganizing your life around their last-minute plans. You stop offering exclusivity without clarity. You stop doing partner labor while they keep exit rights. You keep your life full. You keep your standards. And you stay calm. Now let us talk about the return trap, because this is where most people relapse. After you ask for clarity and they deny, you go quiet. Then they come back sweet. They text like nothing happened. They offer closeness. Your body feels relief. Your mind wants to reset. This is where you apply one rule. A return is not a reset. Warmth is not repair. So you do not punish them, but you do not pretend. You say, "I like feeling close to you. Before we go back to normal, we need to address what happened." This is how you stop being trained by the cycle. Now I want to give you a 7-day proof plan that is designed to end confusion quickly without spiraling. Day 1. You ask one clarity question once. Day 2. You stop over-explaining and you watch response. Day 3. You request one measurable structure, a plan in advance, not last minute. Day 4. You watch follow-through. Day 5. You name one need calmly and watch whether they punish or lean in. Day 6. If a gap happens, you require repair before normal. Day 7. You decide based on patterns, not the best moment. This is how you stop being hypnotized by almost. Almost chosen, almost committed, almost safe. Now, what does progress look like if they do have capacity? It looks like them answering directly. It looks like them making a simple agreement like, "We are exclusive," or "We are building toward a relationship," or "We are not, but we will not act like partners if we are not." It looks like consistent planning. It looks like repair after a rupture. It looks like them tolerating your feelings without calling you too much. If you see that, you have something real to work with. What does no capacity look like? It looks like the same denial after the same partner behavior over and over. It looks like blame. It looks like vagueness. It looks like you shrinking. It looks like you waiting. It looks like them returning only when you detach, not when you express a need. Now I want to name the sentence that ends the most painful trap in this dynamic, which is jealousy without commitment. If they deny the relationship but react when you date, you say this calmly. "I respect your feelings, and I need you to respect my reality. If we are not in a relationship, I am free to date. If you want exclusivity, we need agreement." This is not a threat. It is reality. Now, a quick note for the viewer who worries they are pressuring. Pressure is trying to force a yes. Clarity is asking for honesty so you can make a decision. You are allowed to want a relationship. You are allowed to ask for one. You are allowed to leave if it is not available. That is not drama. That is self-respect. Let us close with the truth under all of it. When someone treats you like a partner, then denies the relationship, they are telling you, "I want the benefits without the responsibilities." You do not fix that by giving more. You fix it by changing the structure. You stop rewarding partner behavior in an undefined bond. You require clarity, consistency, and repair. You choose patterns over moments. And you remember this. Being chosen is not a feeling they give you in the moment. Being chosen is a structure they build with you over time. If they cannot build that, you do not need to hate them. You simply stop participating in a role that costs you your peace. Before we finish, I want to address 3 objections that keep people stuck, because your mind will try to bargain even after you see the structure. Objection 1 is, "But they treat me so well sometimes." Yes, and that is exactly why this works. Partner treatment in moments creates evidence in your brain. Your brain says, "That version is real, so I should wait for it." But a relationship is not built on the best version of someone. It is built on what they repeat. If the repeated pattern is partner treatment followed by denial, that is the relationship you are actually in. You cannot build a secure bond on an unstable pattern by hoping harder. Objection 2 is, but I do not want to scare them. Hear this clearly. If a calm clarity question scares them into denial, the bond was not safe. A safe connection can tolerate a normal conversation. A healthy person might have limits, but they will communicate them without punishing you. If your needs are treated like threats, you will spend the whole relationship managing yourself. That is not love. That is self-editing. Objection 3 is, but maybe I should just enjoy the moment and not label it. Enjoying the moment is fine when the structure matches your needs, but if you are anxious and your body is unsettled and you keep wondering where you stand, that is not enjoyment. That is dysregulation. Your nervous system is asking for a floor. You are not asking for a label to feel superior. You are asking for a label or an agreement so you can stop living in ambiguity. If you have to pretend you do not care to keep them, you are paying too much. Now let us make the nervous system part concrete in the most simple way. Uncertainty feels like threat in the body. Threat creates scanning. Scanning creates anxiety. Anxiety creates urgency. Urgency creates reaching. Reaching creates relief if they respond. Relief teaches your body that reaching works. That is conditioning. This is why you can know logically that the structure is wrong and still feel pulled back when they text. Your body is not seeking pain. Your body is seeking the end of pain. So when you decide to step back, you must treat it like retraining, not like willpower. You will feel withdrawal. You will feel tempted to check. You will feel tempted to accept a reset. When that happens, repeat this one truth. Relief is not proof. A warm moment is not a pattern. A return is not repair. Then choose one small action that protects you. Do not send the extra message. Do not accept last-minute plans. Do not agree to partner rules without partner agreement. Finally, let us talk about what a secure path looks like after this, because I do not want you to leave with only warnings. A secure path looks like your standards becoming simple, not harsh. Your standard becomes, I do partner behavior inside partner agreement. I do intimacy inside a structure that can hold it. I do closeness with clarity. And if someone cannot offer that, I can care and still step back. That is what secure energy feels like. Calm, clear, not reactive, not begging, not proving, just aligned. If you have been living inside this dynamic, please hear this gently. You are not too much for wanting a relationship. You are not needy for wanting clarity. You are not wrong for bonding to partner treatment. That is what bonding systems do. The only thing that needs to change is the structure you accept. Ask once. Watch behavior. Require repair before normal. Choose patterns over moments. And if you are listening and thinking, I already gave them so much, remember this. Giving more effort to an undefined bond does not create definition. It only increases the cost. The moment you stop accepting the role, you stop being trained by the role, and your nervous system starts to settle again, without losing your dignity today. Welcome to PsychBond. You're safe here.